And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check, block 54, block 54.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Cousins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On second down, this is Madison, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, we're good.
Cousins now from the 50. He wants it all for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's how we do, Dean. That's how we do. They don't want none of this.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This is Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Count. Mike's 54.
To throw, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A first down carry for Barkley. Shrugs off another. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones, flush to his right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this throw caught left side. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Madison running on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Break the high. Ready. Squeeze down the level. Hey, alert. Bring up 48.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run with Madison. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 21.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jahan, what I need?
Check. No. Exit. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. There.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Adam Thielen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Let's go, boys. Bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He completes it to Tate. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Check.
You draw courses.
Watch the ship.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 5-4. Get your swerve on. 54.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Come on.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
The fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's a give to Madison running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down by a 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Ken. Check back. Hey, watch that.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he finds Cook. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
It's a gain of 6.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Good routes here. You better be afraid.
Play fake. Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Madison. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Gun.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's just me and you.
Gun.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Cousins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check smooth. 54. Let's go, D. Big series right there.
Cousins now. There goes a deep ball. End zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
To throw again on second down. Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All day. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Greystone, travel.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, Pop. Mike's 54.
Hey, exit.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready, ready.
From the gun on third down, Jones buying time to his left. It's caught. Shepard. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it with Madison. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Cousins. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
First down, Minnesota.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They find some open field here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a give to Madison, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
59. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, Ken. Check 26, check 26.
Gun.
Motion.
Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to work. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Jones To throw on third down. Looking for Shepard deep. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Bring up, 48. Hey, high 7.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm coming for you.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Black. Hey, Echo. Line 54.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Meanwhile, down in Philly, and an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 36.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Topper! Hey, Delta. Get it.
On fourth down, Jones. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to run with Madison again. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. On the return, it's Tate. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds. But he's down inside the 20-yard line. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Jones. Off play action. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And this is Shepard on the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
80 weapons.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
61, matchbox, lights.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
10-2 stuff. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. PAT up and good by Rosas. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
One.
That's me.
First. Where's the hot?
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there. 54 Mike. Come on, baby.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Back to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get in that hole.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Cousins on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 14-yard line.
Like the 59. We don't want this.
And they will take a knee here.
Cousins on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very